14th November every year is celebrated as World Diabetes Day. The theme of the World Diabetes Day 2021 to 2023 is Access to Diabetes Care. जिन लोगों को डायबिटीज है उन्हें आज भी लगता है कि उनको डेली सेल्फ केयर के लिए और परफेक्ट जानकारी चाहिए बिकॉज देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ मिथ्स एंड हियरसे सराउंडिंग इट. So in today's episode, I will be answering 10 commonly asked questions by my clients about diabetes. Hi, I'm Avanti Deshpande, clinical nutritionist, author, speaker, entrepreneur, and a fit mom. Welcome to my podcast, Eat Smart with Avanti, reconnecting you back to your Indian roots. So here's the first question. During a diet recall, Mrs. Iyer, age 45, mentioned, I have completely stopped eating rice since I have been diagnosed with diabetes. Is that the right thing to do? Not just Mrs. Iyer, but almost all clients having diabetes put a hold on eating rice the minute they are diagnosed with diabetes. But I have a good news. Especially for the rice lovers and clients like Mrs. Iyer for whom rice is a staple. The real reason why rice is considered as a culprit in diabetes is the quick rise in blood sugar after eating it. But not all rice varieties are equal. Varieties like basmati, tukda basmati and parboiled rice mainly consumed in the south have low glycemic index, यानी कि they do not spike sugar as much as varieties like kolam, इंद्रायणी और अम्बे मोहर. दूसरी बात ये है, the portion size of rice is also important along with the foods that you consume with it. So, if you consider a healthy lunch or a dinner plate, there is a salad portion, sabzi, protein in the form of dals, glass of buttermilk, and then when you add a cup of rice to it topped with ghee, the release of sugar from the rice is slow. Yet another way to slow the release of sugar from rice is resistant starch. Cook rice a day prior, store it in the refrigerator, and reheat and eat the next day. This simple trick converts rice into fiber like resistant starch, which does not rise the blood sugar. Replacing brown rice in regular meals could also help the slow release of sugar, as unpolished rice has high fiber as compared to white rice. But check for the tolerance towards brown rice, huh? And remember, it needs to be soaked longer before cooking. So do not restrict rice, but you can combine it smartly with the meals. Now here's the second question. Does drinking alcohol spike or lower down the sugar levels? Is that the question on your mind too? Well, alcohol can do both, depending on amounts and types of alcohol. Alcohol by itself has no nutritive value. 1 gram of alcohol has 7 empty calories, all of which are simple carbs from sugar. Alcohol easily turns into liver fat. Only 20% of alcohol is metabolized by the body. 80% is delivered straight to the liver where it is converted to fat. पर सिर्फ alcohol नहीं, it's the mixers that we use with it which are the culprit too. For example, vodka with tonic water is approximately 120 kilocalories, whereas Cosmopolitan will be approximately 190 kilocalories because of the alcohol and the sweetened juice. Hence, make it a point to have alcohol in limits and choose an alcohol which is zero carbs. For example, whiskey, vodka, tequila. ये भी याद रहे कि mixers to dilute the alcohol need to be sugar-free. Question 3. Since I am on diabetes medication, my cravings for eating sweets have increased tremendously. Metformin is commonly prescribed by doctors for pre-diabetes and diabetic individuals to manage the blood sugar levels. This is an external insulin hormone and helps your body to quickly remove sugar from the blood. Now, if you do not support this with a balanced diet, then it can lead to hypoglycemia, which is low blood sugar levels. So make sure that you do not starve or keep the carbs very low. Foods like almonds, walnuts, seeds, and protein-rich foods should be high in the diet. Along with this, see that the diet is high in fiber like fruits and vegetables and moderate in carbs. Let's move on to question number 4. When my blood sugar goes up, is it measuring what I ate the previous day or the current day? What does my morning blood sugar number tell me? What does my evening blood sugar number tell me? The morning fasting sugar levels reflect on your nighttime eating plus nocturnal hormonal activity. Your morning blood sugar levels will be less impacted when you eat smaller early evening meals. Higher fasting sugar level indicates higher release of sugar in the sleep and also the inability of the liver to limit the release of glucose. Your blood sugar rise after meals or evening is going to reflect your daytime meals and activities including changes in your routine and stress levels. Eating by the healthy plate method, जिसके बारे में मैंने अब भी बात की, will slow the release of sugar and have better diabetes control. Mr. Shinde mentions that stopping wheat completely had kept diabetes under control. Should I avoid having wheat lifelong? Wheat contains a protein known as gluten, which is a cause of low-grade inflammation, a cause of diabetes. But not all people having diabetes have low-grade inflammation. Unhealthy lifestyle की वजह से भी diabetes हो सकता है. One theory is that when you avoid eating wheat products, you automatically avoid bread, pasta, pizza, burgers. All these are made out of wheat. It also means that you're avoiding bakery items like cakes, pastries, cream rolls, and biscuits. In a way, you're automatically moving to a healthy lifestyle, which could be a reason for your favorable results like better sugar readings or even weight loss. Wheat के alternatives है जवार, बाजरा, रागी की रोटीज जो कि हैं millets. But surprising results show that millets could also spike sugar levels. It is because you need higher amount of these millet flour to prepare the rotis. So, taking a smaller portion of the flour and making a smaller roti is very important. To know if you have gluten intolerance, you can get yourself tested and check for inflammation factors like blood CRP. Question number 6, and this is a very interesting one. I have been told that oatmeal is good for people with diabetes. However, when I eat breakfast with 1/4 cup of uncooked oatmeal with or without fruit and sliced almonds, my glucose spikes to about 250. How is that possible? अगर आपके शुगर लेवल्स ब्रेकफास्ट से पहले ज्यादा है तो फिर कार्ब रिच ब्रेकफास्ट खाने से 30 या 60 मिनट्स बाद ब्लड शुगर राइज हो सकता है. For a better sugar control, you could try this. Take half cup of cooked oats, add almond butter to it, a fruit to it, and your choice of milk. मार्केट में मिलने वाले सभी ओट्स एक जैसे नहीं हैं. There are instant oats which cook faster. Rolled oats take a longer cooking time and are higher in fiber. Then there are steel cut oats जिसके grain size दलिया जैसे हैं and they take the longest to cook. The blood sugar rise with rolled oats and steel cut oats is slower as compared to instant oats. Let's look at question number 7 now. My client's husband with type 2 diabetes is trying to get his blood sugar down by eating low carbohydrate diet and skipping lunch. He is having a problem with an increased evening reading. Should he eat regular meals? Skipping meals can send glucose levels on a bit of a roller coaster ride. The liver can actually release too much glucose into the bloodstream when no food is eaten, perceiving a hunger situation. He may be better off eating smaller meals with low-carb healthy foods that can convert to glucose at a more reasonable rate, generally resulting in better levels. Now this is question number 8. I have been juicing to help increase my intake of fruits and vegetables. But I wonder if I am drinking too much of sugar this way. You may be raising the levels of blood sugar with too much juice, especially if it is having lots of fruit in it. Let's take an example. A small glass of orange juice may take 2 to 4 oranges depending on the size. One fruit serving of a small orange is about 15 grams of simple sugar. So a glass of fruit juice can easily contain about 60 grams of sugar. Even though fruit juice is high in vitamins, it is still sugar to the body and challenges the insulin output. Here's what you can do. You can increase the consumption of whole fruits and salads, or you can combine fruits and vegetables like beetroot, carrots, an apple added to it and spinach. Make a juice out of it and drink it without straining it. Question 9, and this is a very interesting one. I am a vegetarian and have diabetes. How can I get enough protein in my diet? Let's look at the vegetarian sources of protein in the diet. There is dals in the form of tur dal, moong dal, masoor dal, or there are legumes in the form of whole moong or whole matki. Apart from this, you can also include milk and milk products like milk, curd, paneer, or cheese in some cases. Nuts and oilseeds like almonds, walnuts, flax seeds, sunflower seeds, melon seeds are also rich in protein. Chia seeds is also a good source of protein. What you now have to plan is that every meal is having a protein portion. Like you need to include protein in a breakfast, in your lunch and in your dinner time. Make sure that you're making up to your protein levels about 50 gram to 70 gram per day. See that you stick to natural protein sources as far as possible and have a good combination of protein and moderate carbs together. Let's look at the last question, question 10. Is artificial sweetener or natural sugar a better substitute for white sugar? Artificial sweeteners like aspartame, erythritol, sorbitol are synthetic sugar substitutes added to food and drinks to make it taste sweet. These are also present in consumer products like chewing gum, salad dressings, protein shakes, yogurt, frozen meals, ketchup, and the list just goes on. However, in recent years, artificial sweeteners have generated controversy. People are starting to question whether they are really safe and healthy as scientists first thought. One of the potential problems is that they will disrupt the balance of the beneficial bacteria in your gut. Ever since I have been a pre-diabetic, I have replaced refined sugar with jaggery, honey and khansari sugar, says Neelam in one of her sessions. But to Neelam and to all the others who feel replacing refined sugar with other alternatives will not rise blood sugar, you are wrong. Both unrefined and refined sugars has equal calories per gram, that is 4 kilocalorie per gram. So does that mean that there is no point in replacing refined sugar with these choices? No, definitely not. You are making a good choice here. Refined sugars has other ill effects on your health apart from rising blood sugar and causing obesity. They are linked with the higher likelihood of depression, dementia, liver disease, and certain types of cancer. As I keep on mentioning this repeatedly, moderation is the key to success. Even if you choose unrefined sugars, you need to consume it in moderation, especially if you are a pre-diabetic or having diabetes. Hope today's session will help you seek answers to similar questions which you had on your mind. Do write into us at avantideshpande.com if you have any more queries. Do not forget to follow this podcast Eat Smart with Avanti for more interesting topics on health and nutrition. Have you subscribed to my YouTube channel yet? Nutritionist Avanti Deshpande. नहीं किया है तो अभी कर लेना. और क्विक हेल्थ टिप्स और रेसिपीज के लिए इंस्टाग्राम हैंडल है nutritionist.avanti. Stay tuned until next week. New podcast coming up every Monday.